Hey guys, I'm Orla from GBO. If you're new here, then welcome. This is your women's gear review channel where we give honest reviews of all kinds of travel gear and related products for women by women, but of course everyone is welcome. Today we are reviewing the Able Carry Daily Backpack. What attracted me most to this backpack is definitely its simplistic style. In this review, I have sectioned it off for you to jump ahead if you want to. I will go through the summary of this product, then I will go into the features, fit check, comfortability, pros and cons, airline requirements, who it's for and who it's not for. Okay, let's get into the summary of this daily backpack. Over on their website, over on their story, they say, our mission is simple. Engineer the best everyday bags to supercharge your day. We focus on fit, organization, and durable build so that you can carry your daily essentials with ease. Now, it really is in the name of this backpack because this is a daily backpack, meaning what exactly? This means it can be versatile for whatever you need day to day. This backpack is priced at $138 US. The face fabric is Couture 1000D nylon with the interior being 420D ripstop nylon. This is a 20 litre with the dimensions being 48 by 28 by 19 centimetres, which is 18.8 by 11 by 7.5 inches. It is a weight of 1.2 kg, which is 2.6 pounds. Now I have it fully completely packed out. So I just want to show you what it can go up to. Ooh. About 7 kg. Hefty. You can get this backpack in a couple of colours. This is the olive, then there is the tan, navy and black. This shape is an A-frame shape. This bag is pretty flexible on the front here, but there is a toughness about it. And also on the back, it is quite rigid where you want it to be, especially when your laptop compartment is in there and then for your back support. Although when you first get this bag and it's not packed out, it is pretty flat on the front, but when you pack it up, it actually does sit up by itself, although it is kind of on like a bend. Depending on what you have on the bottom as well, it does sit up nicely. Able Carry do offer a 2-week test run that you can test this out for 2 weeks, and if you don't like it, then you can return it, and they also offer a lifetime guarantee. They do offer other backpacks that is worth a wee look at. They offer the Daily Backpack, the Max, the 13 and the Daybreaker 2. The links are below. Without further ado, let's get into the features of the Daily Backpack from Able Carry. So first up is the branding. You do have a little bit of Hypalon branding here on the bag and throughout the bag. So you have some here on the bottom. Then you have it on the straps, and you also have a bit inside above the laptop compartment. This is a quite sexy kind of sleek branding because in terms of the light and the way you kind of bend it is only when you'll see the Able Carry kind of shine through, which I thought was a unique wee touch. So what you do have is this kind of seatbelt webbing that goes throughout the bottom of the bag that kind of curves around. You do have about 9 lash points that you can attach maybe your bike locks, any kind of locks or anything externally that you feel safe in doing so. It is also a way for you to lock your zips in if you want to. You can lock that through, but this bike doesn't come with a lock, so you would have to lock that yourself, or you can use it as a kind of secure zip tie where you just throw the zips through there and then it stops anyone from pulling at it. So then you have the kind of webbing seatbelt running into your only top handle that you have here. It's not overly comfortable. I wouldn't be holding it for long periods of time, but it does the job in just picking up and going. You do have about 4 kind of lash points here. They are quite tight, so whatever you're putting in there, you might just have to wiggle about with it. You have YKK zippers with Hypalon pullers and your coated zips. It just adds to that water resistant to the material. Water does just run off this material, but holds for a while in the seatbelt material. It isn't waterproof, but water resistant. If worried about getting caught in the rain with this bag, then you might want to opt for their rain cover. So behind the handle, what I absolutely love about bags, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it now, is the little hood for your zip. And then again, you have that coated material here for this back zip. And this is kind of like your anti-theft style of pocket, because whenever that is on your back, then nobody is getting to it. And you can opt to put anything like your phone or a passport in there. So your first swing the bag around pocket is here. It is vertical. There is fabric covering the zip here, but what I absolutely love that that this brand has done that not many brands do is that they have continued this coated material even though they have this added fabric. Some brands are just like, oh, the fabric will do, and they don't go to the lengths of actually just coating those zips as well. So I really appreciate that. Got your custom pillar, and then inside, when the bag is packed, this is pretty tight. So I have opted to just put a word search in here. It had to kind of go in a weird way to get this fully into the thing because the length of it isn't the length of the actual zip. So I had to kind of angle it, and it was good enough because this is quite flexible. If you have anything this size, it's not going to fit like that way in. But that's just that for in there. And then it is just space in there, so you can opt to put whatever you want in here. If it is anything tech, then I would opt to put your own protection on it, because whilst this is a tough material, if the bag falls forward for any chance, then you just want to add your own protection because it's not well padded at the slightest here. So inside is that water resistant material, and then you kind of have this key lash. Now, I'm not obsessed with this whole seatbelt material theme that's running through this bag, but it is what it is. I'm glad about this key lash because it is a 361 and it isn't one of those ones like this where you have to spend hours to try and get it out. It just unclips, and then there you go. I do love, though, a wee retractable key lash. So then that is us running onto the back last kind of pocket here. You have just this side pocket, main pocket, and then your kind of top pocket that's on your back. Inside this, I have decided to just pack it up for you. So on the front here, where this kind of flexible material is, you have a kind of phone pocket. If you opt to put your phone there, you could opt to put sunglasses there or anything that you might want to put there, but I would opt to put protection with it. I've just put this old kind of iPhone there because look at the state of it already. And then you have your zip pocket, and I have decided to put my big headphones in there, which works very nicely. I'm not worried about that as well, because actually while having the book in here, it adds some sort of like protection and padding as well. So maybe just design it that you have a big padded book or something in there, then it's extra protection. Then the rest of the space, I have opted to put my purse just at the top. I would opt to put it in there usually, but I just had it at the top for my day-to-day of using this bag. Then this is just with some tech gear in there, which is Sterling Pacific's kind of packing little box cube thing. And then inside I have opted to put in another kind of tech pouch where I have a microphone and stuff in. This is 8,000 kicks. And then I have opted for a tropic feel vest. So at the bottom, you can pack this out quite a lot. You could even use packing cubes if you wanted to, if you were using this as a wee getaway, then you could do that. The bottom, there is a bit of padding. It's actually surprising because it feels like the rest of the bag's going to be flimsy, but there is padding here, which is great. Just to mention, if you do have a book in here, then it isn't going to fly down. So as you can see, it stops because the book's in there. If the book isn't in there, then it's going to flim down so that you can see everything. The zips do run down to each side, so you get a full view and full lighting in this bag. It is bright interior as well, which I absolutely appreciate, because most bags, they just shove in dark interior and then you can't see what you're looking at. But with this, you get plenty of light. I'm just going to take out this book so that we can have a good look at this kind of flexibleness. Do not fall together. There you can see it a bit better. Then you have your mesh pocket. Now this mesh is actually quite nice. Not a lot of stretch to it, but it does the job. I've opted to put some tech gear in here. So a Nintendo, it's starting to look like a kid's bag, and some AirPods. You could opt to put your AirPods in here. Just depends on how you're packing it yourself. And then you could also opt to put a tablet or anything in here, or even just in this compartment, but again, just pad it up for your own sanity. So it does have some organization, 2 kind of pen holders here, which is nice. Just adds organization, I guess. I wouldn't really use those. I've just put those in for the sake of this video, to be honest, because honestly, I wouldn't shove a pen in here. But you do have this back padding, and this is where your laptop compartment goes. So it is well padded. It does fit up to 16 inch. This is my 12 inch in it, but I'm going to measure it for you so that you can get a rough idea as to what you can fit inside here in terms of your laptop. So you definitely could fit a 17-inch in here because it does run up high. It's just the kind of curve of this is really going to depend. And then in terms of the laptop compartment, this is quite tight in regards to across. You're going to get about 11. It is well padded and there is a false bottom here, so that is amazing. When you are putting your laptop down, you know exactly with placing this bag down, it is all protected. One thing I'm not a fan of is this Velcro here, which leads you to the hardware, which you can take out if you want. I just think that's a bit lazy. I would have preferred just some stitching, but I guess that's to give you the option if you, for some reason, don't want the kind of back panel placed in. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. Okay, now that it's all clear, let's go into the kind of back system here. So what you have is absolutely stunning, beautiful, lovely to touch mesh here. It is so well padded. If you're worried about your posture not being prompted, this is definitely going to do that. And there is a nice bit of airflow running up the middle, and you can see that they've done that through the sides here, so that just gives you that added security that you're not going to sweat to death with this bag. This mesh also runs onto the straps. Now the straps are really tough. I think over time maybe they might kind of just wear a bit more and feel a bit more flexible, but they are quite rigid and might need just a little bit more movement day to day in terms of just it feeling nicer. So what I do love is that the sternum strap is kind of tucked away here. It is movable up and down. It is this magnetic close, which is really nice in terms of just going aesthetically well with the whole backpack. Then you do have this hyper-long material here. If you wanted to attach anything externally on your straps, then you can do so with this. Okay, time for fit check, comfortability, and if this has passed the female body test. I love the dangle stoppers. This just goes with the neatness of it. I do love this. Oh, they do have it where you can pull them in, but damn, my thumbs are not that thin. You need to be a bit more generous with the thumb hole. Very comfortable. Although that is because I am wearing a jacket, this is going to rub for the fact that I like it up tight to my body. And that is why it is so high into my neck. And if I'm not wearing a jacket, then that's going to rub, and that material is not nice because it is so rigid. If I let go, then we lose that lovely mesh, and there does become a kind of a curve. I don't know if you'll be able to see it between my bottom of my back and my actual back, so I'm not really feeling that mesh, and it just becomes more like that. But when it is up and I am wearing this jacket and I have that covered, it is really comfortable. The straps do curve. Usually now with bulky straps, they have this disgusting kind of curve that lifts up when you pull a bag in towards yourself. There's plenty of strap here to even pull even more, which I love because it's right to my back. What are we thinking of the style? I think it's quite compact and nice. Like, it just suits the female body. Well, my body. We're all different. So this is what it looks like on me. For reference, I am 5'6". Now for the test of the sternum strap. This is where it gets fun. Oh my god, that is rigid. Now it's kind of happening where you get that curve when you put the sternum strap on. I can barely breathe. It feels rigid. That's what it feels. Oh my god. See, when you go to try and adjust the sternum strap, it comes out of the magnetic hold. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Except it's very rigid and I can feel it. And see, walking about with it and stuff, you do start to feel these straps because they are so... that, yeah. It might be that over time, lots of time, they start to loosen a bit. The mesh though, however, on the back is stunning because I can absolutely feel that supporting my back and just pumping my posture. I will just start walking like this. But in terms of just comfort of the straps, they are a bit too rigid, but female body test. Okay, now time for the airline test. This is a replica of the EasyJet measurements, so you can take what you will from this. I don't think it being packed out is because of the back, the length. There is no flexibility to that. So if you have a more flexible bag in terms of the front, you could probably squish it in. But whenever it's rigid like that on the back, sometimes it's harder. What would be amazing at this time would be a side handle to be putting that in, actually. Let's see. That's what I mean. So you're nearly there. I would still go ahead and take this to the airport. If you haven't checked out my personal item review, sometimes you can just get away with things, and this is definitely a bag that is compact that you could still try and get away with. It just depends on your airline. This is EasyJet's, and there is just like 1 inch off. Oh Jesus, the whole thing's gonna go 1 inch off it fitting in as a personal item. If it was all going that way, you'd be grand. But because it goes lengthwise, it's a bit trickier for a personal item, but I would still go ahead and risk it. Okay, time for some pros and cons. The pros are the couture kind of materials. It is durable and long lasting. The urban unique style of this backpack. A con that I've just noticed is the threading coming off here on the pillars. Again, you can just email them if there is anything in terms of the craftsmanship or anything like that. They will hopefully sort you out. One thing is that there is no water bottle compartment. Of course, you could put it on the inside, but if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you'll know that I love a water bottle compartment on the outside. I think the Daily Plus has the water bottle compartment, and I feel like that bag is geared more towards me, to be honest, but this is great in just terms of its compactness. Sometimes, depending on how you pack it up, because it is flexible in the front, whilst this material, as mentioned, is so strong and durable, it just kind of molds sometimes to whatever's in there. This backpack is great for those wanting a compact, simple backpack, great for commuting. I would even say it would be good for cyclists, but I wonder if you would need a hip belt or anything like that for that. You do have the sternum strap, but I don't know in terms of distributing the weight. Let me know if anyone does use this for cycling. This backpack is great for someone like me who is a no faff organization, chuck it in and go kind of gal. So if that is something you're interested in, this is a perfect bag. But if it is organization that you're looking for, then this is probably not the bag for you. This is the end of our review. We hope you enjoyed. And if you did, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the GBO community. Thanks for watching. Bye.